Today we had the white British long-hair cat. His name is Speed. He is 4 months old. The special about this cat is that he moving very fast, like his name. I mean, he's a speed boy. He came for a full grooming set, and the request from his owner are making his fur shorter, since he's shedding a lot of hairs on the rooms and a neat cleaning on his ears. Well, before we do the full process of the grooming, we need to do a checking for him first. So we checking his ear, and we found out that his ear is really dirty and they giving a really bad smell. He might be the cat that doesn't like the ear cleaning, or maybe his owner never do it before. Plus, never been in the grooming or salon before. So I remember that she mentioned that this is the first time that he came to the pet grooming. So maybe will be a little bit difficult for us to work with this cat. And moving on to his nail, seems pretty long, and his tail had a little bit black spot. I think this might be the beginning of the dermatitis. Alright, so the first thing that we will do is cutting his nail. We don't want to get scratched while doing the other things. So the cat claw is really powerful and dangerous. And Speed is a spicy cat, so we have to use the helmet to prevent the biting as well. And then we can do the nail cutting without getting bite from him. We just a little bit struggling with him. After we do a few claw cutting, he start to fighting back. So I came up in the stage and hold him, and one of my assistants, she will do the nail cutting. I am now handling the cat. Make sure that he didn't move too much and we can cut his nail, but he's still fighting back a little bit, moving, and we have to be careful when we holding him or working with the cat. Even if we cut some of the claw already, so still they have some remaining. So we struggling and we're trying the best to cutting all of them, making sure that we cut the nail all before we do the ear cleaning or the bath things. So when working with the cat, it's really important not to rush. I mean, doing step by step. Having some time for them to take a rest is also critical, because cat might act aggressive if we trying to force them too much, like we trying to finish the work quickly. So we then do the nail grinding. So the first I test some of the nail to see how he reacts. If he really had the grinding the nail, I will skip it. But if he seems okay, I will try to complete that, because even the nail has been cut, there's still the sharpness on the nail remaining. So overall, nail cutting and grinding is really important for the groomer to avoid dangerous from the cat. For Speed, nail grinding is really difficult, since this is the first time of his groomings, and we really want to introduce this machine for him to get to understand, and later on when he come back he will get to understand that this is the process of groomings, and process itself is not gonna hurt him. After working with Speed for a while, I noticed that he's a cat that needs attention from people, especially the groomer who's working with him. So he kind of like people to play on his head or doing any actions, and then come back to work. Do you want to get some treat? Alright, have some, and you're gonna let me do the shaving, okay? Alright, so now we will do the shaving for him. But before we do it, we have to give him some treat first. Are you not gonna let me do the grooming? Oh no, don't jump. It is really noisy. I mean, the sound from any kind of clipper, or maybe the sound from the air blow drying as well, or maybe the sound from the water that we're gonna use for the bathings as well. So what we're trying to do now is to comfort him, like doing pet with him, and then we will try to introduce the clipper to him as much as we can. But as you can see, that Speed is gonna fight back a lot, so we don't want to stress him out. But what we can do right now is to give what he needs to understand, that this is what we going to do for him to make him clean. So I'm using this scissor. The reason is that I want to introduce the sound of scissor to him. Speed is okay with the scissor unless you have something to give him. So my assistant, she bring a cream and she gave him, and then we can do the cutting that area as well. So I then start to use the clipper again to making sure that I get all of the fur on his body shape as much as I can. But unfortunately, Speed is really had it. He's wanna jump again and trying to use any kind of aggressive and show me that he's really had it. So I stop at that point and we start to do the ear cleaning, and it seems that Speed is okay for the ear cleaning. So now it's time to play with Speed. His owner mentioned that he's really had the sound of anything, even the sound from the water that we are going to use. So I preparing a bucket of water for him in advance, and that is the warm water, and I'm trying to put it a little bit on his body, and then we're doing the washings, and it seems it's working well. And I'm trying to use shampoo to clean his body as fast as I can, and then moving very fast with Speed, because I knew that if we trying to keep him for a little longer than normal, he might showing any signs of aggressive or don't want to work with you anymore. So now it's time to dry this bad boy. We will use this pad cage to keep him inside and do the air blow drying. Now Speed is on the air blow drying tables, and we use the overhead air blow drying with a low velocity pressure of the air. This gives him a calm and relaxed time. So now Speed is already dried, and what we will do is to reshaving on his body, and fortunately I have his owner coming to help. So we will shave only where we can, and he can take the rest home. After struggling to shave his for like spending around 1.5 hours, now we already done with the shavings, and Speed is ready to go home.